Hello, this is Julian from Show Some Initiative. I'm just here at the beginning of this episode to let you know that we're going to be delving into some slightly grotesque themes today. This includes body horror and other disturbing imagery. Please check the content box below or to the side, wherever you happen to be listening at, for an in-depth description of what might be happening. And just to let you know in the future, since this is the world of darkness, we will be delving into these themes more regularly, so please be sure to check the content box for any potential triggers. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this episode.
That is exactly what vicissitude is for.
Tori, what level of vicissitude does Erica have?
I have 2, which gives me fleshcraft, allowing me to perform grotesque alterations on other creatures. Only the flesh, so skin, muscle, fat, and cartilage, but not bone, may be transformed. So I can spend a blood point and do some cursed surgery.
Hello, welcome to Show Some Initiative. I'm Julian, I'm your storyteller for this game, and my pronouns are he, him, or they, them.
Hi, I am James, I play Jose, and someone brought up that I keep forgetting to put my pronouns in. Anyway, I think that's Cookie next?
Yes.
You know what, I respect
I'm
that.
Cookie.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Cookie. I play Patrick, and my pronouns are they, them.
Hi, I'm Nick. I play Danny, and my pronouns are he, him.
Hey, I'm Phil. I play Gabe, and my pronouns are he, him.
Hello, I'm Sean. I play Theo, and my pronouns are he, him.
Hi there, I'm Tori. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns.
Last time we left you guys, you had just finished interrogating Isaac, who is your captive from the vampire hunter fight a little bit ago. Mm-hmm. And you were off to inform Tristan about your very eventful evening because you all are late for work.
Whoopsie daisy.
Just like in real life.
Fashionably late.
Fashionably late by, not too much, like no more than an hour.
Yeah.
I think Jose
That's
would
not
have sent a text to oh fuck, did we ever get something to get back to Tristan with?
I don't think so, and I think that's our excuse for not texting. We didn't get his number. It's fine.
I tried sending you a carrier pigeon, but it just kept bouncing back.
Oh, delightful.
I thought we did?
You actually did get his number, yes. He gave a copy to each of you when you got the contract.
In that case, Jose would have sent a text that said, hey, we're dealing with some complications from our visitors last night. We will be running a little bit late for work. Sorry for the bad first impression.
He just sends back a thumbs up emoji.
God, I hate when professors do that.
And Jose has switched sides. He's now a big supporter of Tabitha.
You mailed him a fucking Victorian letter in...
If you get a lot of text or emails, sometimes you just gotta say...
And they just sent, sent from my iPhone, fuck you.
Yeah.
They added the
Look,
fuck you
if you
in
get
there.
a lot of emails or a lot of text, sometimes you just gotta say, sure, that's fine.
Fuck you.
Then in this case, he responds with a thumbs up emoji followed by, thanks for letting me know. We'll talk to you when you get here.
Rad.
There.
That's somehow scarier.
There's no pleasing us.
I think we're all anxious people, so there is no winning with text messages.
Yeah, no.
It's the anxiety.
Yeah.
This is fruitless.
It's still better than calling.
Okay, so you all drive to the carnival and find your designated employee parking, which is far easier to maneuver than the customer parking.
Oh, thankfully.
You
We can't blame it on parking. Parking.
We sent a text beforehand.
Damn.
It's not time to make up excuses.
It's habit.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
You guys
go back into Tristan's tent, and he's waiting for you guys, getting ready for a performance real quick, just the last few touches. Oh, excellent. You guys are all here. Perfect.
Yes.
I'm about to go. So what are you guys wanting to do this first night? Feel free to like mix things up and move things around. Like if you try something tonight and you don't like it, you can always do something else. But do you guys have any preference for where I can send you?
I personally enjoy Animal Show, but if you think that'd be a bit too much preparation, and I understand we've arrived late, I can just stick with security detail for the day.
Well, what can you turn into? Or is that not your specialty?
No, yes, turning into stuff. Mountain Lion.
Mountain lion. Oh, excellent. I don't think we've had one of those for a couple minutes now. So yeah, feel free to go back there. You can perform. You can see what things are like back there. You'll meet a few colleagues who share your talents, and I'm sure you'll like have some fun with them.
Oh,
You
right.
can turn into a
Sounds good
cat?
then. I
Well, that's just
swipe at Theo's
insulting.
head. Shut it.
If you ever need some spare yarn, just let me know. I can try and keep some in my purse.
I should have stayed. I should have just shut up. When? Sorry,
When he hears that apparently the rest of you didn't know this, he's like, wait, you guys work together as a team and you didn't even know that your gangrel shapeshifts? Okay, a bit of a red flag, but that's fine.
Listen, to be fair, it's a very new
We
development.
haven't had a lot of time to exchange private information. In retrospect, we probably should have.
He shrugs. It happens.
We're learning on
We
the
need
job.
some more team bonding.
What else is there? Come on, hit me with something. Not literally. I have a performance in like 5 minutes.
Unfortunately,
Patrick puts down the chair he was lifting up.
Oh god.
The boss says so.
I think I wrote myself into a corner last night, and I think with all the stage magic talk, so where do I report for that?
He gives you a very good chuckle, like, oh my gosh, you really, okay. If that's the case, he points to one of the maps hanging up right here in this corner. I think we're probably gonna need someone changing out here next shift, which is in a moment. What are you gonna do? I don't think I've ever considered you doing stage magic.
I am figuring that out on the fly. Is there like a costume / resource tent I could use for that?
Oh, yes, if you are performing, please report back here. He motions to one of the larger tents that has a truck nearby. Just go through, find things that are your size. We're pretty good about having like a variety of costumes for everyone. Pick anything that suits your fancy and go crazy. Well, not literally.
Yeah, I'm not a Malkavian.
Yeah, that's our fortune teller's job.
But I might need someone to help me out with those tricks if any of you don't have any ideas yet.
I can help. And Patrick, just, do you know that like thumb thing where it seems like you're pulling off your finger?
Oh my gosh, yes. My grandpa got me with that so many times when I was little.
Listen, it always works on the kids. I don't know how to impress adults, so that you're on your own.
Is that a grand girl thing? You can just pull off a thumb?
I think that's more of a Zamisi thing, actually, there, Erica.
There's so much about myself I don't know.
Erica does it, but for real. Erica actually pulls off a thumb.
Fun way for people to find out you're in leagues with a Samisi.
Or a zombie.
Well, I know last night I don't think I was very impressive. But do you got any of those like game stands or something you need me to staff? I can do that.
He nods. Of course. I think maybe... Do you have a preference? There are a handful of stations we can get you to.
Well, I guess I'm an okay shot if you got one of those, like a shooting range or something.
Oh, delightful. Excellent. He nods and directs you towards the shooting gallery, that little game. You'll report there as soon as we're done with this conversation. If you have any questions, feel free to just ask around. Most people here are pretty good about keeping others in the loop.
Alrighty.
Okay, the rest of you?
Well, I've got a first aid tent here to set up if you don't already got one.
Oh, we actually, after your conversation last night, I was so delighted I set a tent up right for you. It is our newest edition. Granted, we don't really advertise it because I feel like that's a bit of a red flag for our patrons, but it's there if you need it. He motions closer to the middle, actually, of everything, where a small first aid tent has been set up for you.
Oh, thank goodness. Mine's a relic. And Erica tosses down her 1940s first aid medical tent that's just in tatters.
It's really more for sentimental value.
Yeah. Yeah, Doc, this doesn't really inspire a lot of confidence. I'm glad you've got a new one set up.
Oh, of
Listen,
course.
it's withstands lots of storms, that one.
I do my best to listen to all of my workers and their suggestions, complaints, what have you. He gives you a beaming smile. Very charismatic.
Oh, I appreciate that. But before I go to the first aid tent, do you need a magician's assistant there, Jose?
I could if you think you can spare the time.
I think
kids,
so.
you wanna
I'll
see
head
some
there
real
before
magic?
I take a look at the first aid tent.
Okay, and Theo...
Alright, that leaves me. I'm not gonna lie, I still feel myself as a more behind the scenes kind of person, but if you need, I don't know, someone to draw in the crowd or hold a stand or anything, I'm flexible with whatever.
He shakes his head. No. If your heart is called to be back here, knock your socks off. Not literally, please. That would make an awful mess. But I think we have a few things. Files, computer, internet. He shrugs.
Yeah, those things, please.
I'm sure you can find something to do. And Danny?
Yeah, so Danny looks at Tristan, right? He says he seems to think of something, and he looks at him. I may have thought of a business opportunity. Tristan, do you have a sword swallowing act?
Okay, as a DM, what sort of answer are you hoping for here? A yes or a no?
No. It just no if you want me to do the bit.
Okay, then absolutely. He shakes his head looking very perplexed. No, I don't think we've ever had one of those, believe it or not.
He's like, interesting. Because I think you can pick any kindred and to pull that off easily.
I mean, it would hurt probably, wouldn't it?
I don't know if you're playing yourself up correctly here.
I have to tell you, do not have the equipment to restitch a trachea, so I need you to think this through very carefully.
Thank you, Erica.
You don't need to restitch it. That's the point.
Tristan nods at Erica. Yeah, he's got a point. We can heal ourselves with our blood. He turns to you guys. You are sure she's kindred, right? Right?
Yeah, trust me, we had to double check.
Several times.
So you're volunteering to be a sword swallower?
Sure. I always thought they were cool when I saw them on TV. Why not?
Sure.
Oh. His eyes kind of widen. All right, you'll be over here in this tent. And he kind of motions to one off further away from the main crowds.
So, is it cool if I, show up to that one? I know I have my own duties to do, but, I
On
would
your
love to
break.
see this.
I mean, he pauses for a moment. If you can find someone to cover for you momentarily, you're welcome to wander around and, take in the sights or substitute as needed. We're family here, more or less. Not in a Giovanni way,
words
but
I trust.
Wait, that's Cookie. I think that's not Patrick. Patrick has no idea what that means.
No, it was a laugh that you do, just like you don't know why it's funny, but you're just laughing for the conversation of it.
Danny definitely chuckles at that, and that's Danny.
Mick doesn't find it funny.
Nick's like, fuck you, Tristan. All right, well, I'm going to go do my performance then. You guys have a good evening. Please report to me when your shift is done. Should be a few hours. We'll see. You'll know when. You'll know when. He rushes out the door, and you literally blink, and he's gone.
Oh, bye. Thanks for the
Quick
job.
fella.
God, that's fucking creepy.
Magicians.
It's like Batman.
Wait, is that a gangrel thing too? Like man's made of bats?
No, I can
Wait,
catch
can
you
you
up
all
on
turn
what
into
Batman
bats?
is, but
That's a regular vampire thing, I think, just in general. It's not exclusive to Gangrel.
He looks.
Bat.
Danny kind of like tilts his head at Erica. How long were you out?
Approximately 70 years? And then I just went right to school.
The grind never stops.
Yeah. I guess that would explain it, huh? And he kind of like scratches the side of his head, like, huh?
well,
Interesting.
speaking of sharing personal information, I think our good friend Tristan was correct. I think we should at least make a little better job of doing introductions than we have previously. Seems like we're going to be working closely for a little while longer. I'd like to know who I'm working with.
What do you think, Jose, would be a good, benchmark of things to cover in this team building exercise?
Speedrun getting to know each other.
I feel like
Yeah.
clan is a good place to start. I am interested.
How about we just start with name, how long you've been embraced, and what clan you were embraced by?
Well, I think we already know each other's names.
Yeah, but it might be easier for the listeners, If I was a Malkavian, that could stay in the show.
Got it.
That's a canon thing.
Actually, if one of you guys dies, I would love for your next character to be a Malkavian who constantly breaks the fourth wall.
I'll keep
Should
that
we
in
just
mind.
make a character sheet for and the first person who dies, you just slide it their way. It's like, here you go.
Yeah. You are them now. Patrick just go, well, Patrick, I've been doing the whole vampire thing for 15 years, give or take, and I was embraced by the gang. That given the whole animal transformation thing.
Well, you know my name, but as for clan, he seems to consider whether or not to say it, but then seems to decide screw it. That's kind of weird. See, I was embraced by a Nosferatu, but you can see how that went, and he gestures at himself.
You certainly fared better in the appearance section than some of the other Nosferatu I've met.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Technically, I'm not a Nosferatu. Kaitif. Embrace didn't take completely. But I'm still in good with them, so I'm pretty much considered part of the clan. And I've been a kindred for, 45 years now, I think?
Patrick looks at you, then looks at Erica that mentioned that she was embraced. She was out for 70 years and just kind of mutters, if I turn out to be the youngest here, I'm gonna fucking blow a fuse.
I think it'd be mighty cute.
Look, savor these young days while you can, all right? Like I said before, you haven't even had to fake your death yet.
Luckily, the U.S. government did my job for me. To elaborate on that, I'm Jose. I was embraced in 1944, 43-ish, right on that cusp. And I'm one of the independent clans, Asimite, if name means anything to any of you.
Danny kind of
If not-
nods.
Nope.
Danny kind of nods a bit, I knew it. Right.
If not, there's time to explain later when we're not on the clock, so to speak.
Yeah.
Erica nods in understanding, but she does not understand. Well, as for me, I guess I didn't tell you my middle name. I'm Erica Rose Walters. Well, I was embraced quite a while ago, back in 1890s there. Went into torpor in, I think it was about 1944, actually. And woke up a few years ago. As for my clan, I was embraced by a member of the Samesi clan.
Well, Gabe will kind of adjust his collar. I think it's my turn. Well, my God-given name's Gabriel, but obviously I go by Gabe. Prosen's the last name. I have been in this state for about a year now.
Oh, thank God.
And now shoot, what are they called? I was embraced by the clan. They're really corporate types.
Ventru?
Yeah, them's the ones. Ventru. I get all these things mixed up. I'm new around here.
Oh, it's all right. You're a fresh babe, fresh from the grave.
Well, that's a bit of a disturbing thought, but okay, thank you.
Really?
Oh no, I couldn't reel it back.
You've only been embraced for a year?
Give or take. Around last Christmas.
Damn. Yesiah must have thrown you to the streets fast.
Yeah, we didn't get along. She had a different idea of what she wanted me to be doing.
Your sire doesn't always have your best interests at heart.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. Danny, like, raising an eyebrow, looks at Erica. Yeah, I'd imagine. You really must not have got on if you're a Zamisi working for the Camarilla.
It's been a long time, but I haven't been around vampires as much as I probably should have been.
Gabe, actually, what happened with your sire? Because I believe you said that they met you at church, and then after they turned you, what happened there?
Do you want me to explain in character?
Just for
Like,
me,
who's
just
is
like
this
real quick.
God asking? Okay.
Just real quick. Just real quick.
God, you're speaking to me. No, she basically wanted Gabe to turn the congregation into, I know how this sounds. Let me explain. Into a very large herd. And Gabe did not want that to be done, A, against people's will, and he thought it could be done in a more Christian way. And it's the Christianness that kind of did not jive with his sire.
So,
Should
did she
have
leave the church, or did you leave that church?
She left the church.
Okay. Theodore.
Yes. Well, I'm Theodore Ryan Collins, so you all know. I was... Well, I am a Tremere. I was embraced about 60 years ago. I can do magic, woo.
I love that beat in. It's like, oh, I could do magic.
Like Jose or like magic?
Real
Can you do that
magic.
little thumb thing?
Oh,
He's a Tremere. So I can
Yes.
trust you when I say they mean real magic. Blood sorcery type.
Oh, I thought
Maybe.
you meant, like, pulling a real rabbit out of your hat.
yeah, or actually sawing someone in half and then putting them back together.
That's
More
more a
like-
Samisi thing.
More like making your blood explode out of your veins.
Oh,
Yeah.
My goodness.
Oh, cholesterol will do that to you anyways.
Minor stuff.
Luckily, one of the benefits of undeath, I don't think we really have to worry about cholesterol anymore.
I was going to ask, is that a...
It's not like our blood pumps anyway.
I mean, you still gotta get it to move around, right? That's how most disciplines work. Am I getting that wrong?
Sorry.
I think it would take longer to explain than we have presently.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. This delightful bit up. You all are moseying on your way to get to your respective tents, and real quick, an assistant comes by. She's dressed very neat in a very fancy-looking business suit, business attire outfit. She pulls Danny and Jose together, and she's like, "Oh, just real quick from Tristan. I'm supposed to let you guys know that you guys have been moved together. Your acts have been combined. You are now in the same tent." And she looks over her clipboard. Everything else is fine. If you need help finding anything, just let us know. Good luck, everyone. She speeds off again as fast as she came.
Thank you.
Okay.
It seems like we're in a hurry, apparently.
Well, all of you can break a leg. Erica, Danny, I guess, we have to go prep up for some magic.
I will say, like Danny like nods his head to like go, but he's gonna catch Theo before he heads to the tent.
Sweet.
And yeah, like where he had like after Jose and Erica head out, he like catches Theo and kind of leans forward to whisper in his ear. You remember our deal?
I do.
Good. Then let's get it done before we leave this circus. Or no dice from me. Got it?
Gotcha.
Patrick, you enter in the back area of the animal performing tent. You are met by a small girl, not small, I shouldn't say that, a petite young lady who looks like she could not be a day over 15. And she looks up at you. Hey, you're Patrick, right?
Yes. I don't think I know your name though. Patrick kind of extends a hand. I think, but this would have gone different if Patrick didn't just find out that Danny's been like a vampire for 45 years and Erica's been a vampire for who knows how the fuck long.
Valid.
Yeah. So now he's just like, you know what? This may be a 2,000-year-old person. I don't know anymore. Kindred life's already so goddamn weird. So yeah, he sticks out his hand and asks for her name.
She's a young lady with dark skin, long black curly hair, and big brown eyes. Hey, I'm Samantha. Lovely to meet you. I am your supervisor, believe it or not. People think I'm just the help, but I'm... She shrugs. You know, stuck like this. So you're a mountain lion, right?
Yes.
That's so cool. Okay, so we're gonna be working together, and it's mostly just, you know, convincing the crowd that you're A, real mountain lion, and B, you can do some really cool shit. So, how much practice have you had in your mountain lion form?
So about that, I kinda just figured out how to do it, like, yesterday, and I did mention that to Tristan. But he seems to think we could figure it out, so I trust you, to give me good directions on what to do.
Her face kind of drops. Like, she was smiling very pleasantly, but her face just kind of drops into a what the fuck. Very confused. So you're pretty green. Okay, we'll work with it. I'll just say, worst case scenario, you roll your ankle. Honestly, if you think that you can't do something, don't be afraid to be a little stubborn, because you're supposed to be an actual animal. They don't always listen. Okay, and worst case scenario, if you are done, if you are absolutely panicking, just act like you're rolling your ankle or something, and we'll get you out of there pretty quick.
Okay, yeah, that sounds doable. I hope it doesn't get to that, though. I'm pretty good at learning on the job.
You and me both. Okay, are you ready to go?
Yes.
Actually, go ahead and change if you don't mind.
Patrick goes ahead. I'm gonna spend those 3 blood points, and I change into a big ass mountain lion.
Excellent. Horrifying. Fun. She escorts you out in front of the crowd of people who are oohing and awing. And this is basically just going to be a series of checks on your end.
Okay. Yeah.
So, first and foremost, go ahead, do an appearance plus presence isn't a thing in this game. Let's go appearance and empathy as you are led out in front of this crowd.
Up 6.
Op 6. Yes.
Oof. I mean, it's one success.
One success, that is enough to convince them that you are actually a mountain lion. You got the appearance down pretty well.
Yes. I do have a tail. I remember this time.
Very good. I'm glad you remembered the tail.
Patrick's kind of letting himself be as grumpy as he can. Just kind of like low growl at people as he looks at them and just moves.
She gives an introduction to the people. You aren't really paying attention. You're pretty focused on your performance. What do you think, Patrick? Because I'm sure at one point, we'll go back in time a moment. When you are about to leave, she goes, "Oh, by the way, what do you want your like animal name to be? Do you care, or do you want it to be like Patrick still?"
I'd say, listen, as long as none of the others know, go nuts.
Oh fuck. Look up pictures of mountain lions.
Cat trick.
Cat trick.
It looks like a small lion without the
You know
mane,
what,
basically,
sure.
usually.
Patrick does cat tricks.
Patrick is doing a hat trick.
Delightful.
Does he get a hat? He gets a little special hat.
She comes out and introduces
Good for her.
Catrick, the mountain lion, and the crowd goes crazy. They love you so far, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
So she goes through and explains that, oh, this is just a basic, like, routine for him to go through. We've trained him pretty well. He's kind of new, though, so if he makes a mistake, it's all part of the learning process. And she gives you, like, a very soft pat on the head.
Yeah, Patrick kind of like shakes his head, but yeah, like complies.
Okay. So, go ahead, first and foremost, give me... Dex plus athletics to do some neat tricks. I don't know what tricks mountain lions do.
I mean, I could climb stuff, jump through hoops, I guess.
Hell yeah.
I almost did that as an op 10 for some reason.
Delightful.
Being a cat's hard.
Oh, oof, that one. I'm gonna spend a point of willpower to make this a bit better.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 successes.
So 2. Excellent. With your 2 successes, you're able to do a good chunk of the performance pretty well. The audience is eating it up. They absolutely adore you.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
Okay, give me a moment. I'm looking through.
Yeah.
Alright, give me this time a strength plus athletics in order to do some really cool pushing, carrying, things like that.
Alright. Time to push a big box. There we go, 4 successes.
This is something that you're a little bit better at. Definitely the years working at a lumberyard have paid in dividends. And the crowd is just like oohing and awing at how impressive it is that you're able to just... At one point, Savannah straight up just like rides on your back, and the crowd is like adoring that.
Fuck yeah. I do a little kind of like horse whinny up.
Delightful.
Not to buckle her up, but like just
Yeah, okay.
yeah, like yeah.
One last thing of charisma plus performance.
Oof, oof, oof. Hey y'all, I don't have performance. My charisma
Oh,
is
so that makes
so-
your ob 8.
Yep.
It happens.
It'd be like that.
0.
Yeah. I think that failure needs to stand there.
Yeah, so at one point she tries to get you to do some posing for pictures and things, but it's really weird. You can't quite wrap your head around it, so you just kind of stand there. And she's like, "Oh, well, I guess that might be it for Catrick today. Sorry, they're new, and we appreciate your patience. Hopefully sooner they'll be better trained, but as I said before, it's all part of the learning process." She looks a little frantic as she moves you inside the back of the tent again, where you untransform. And she's like, "Okay, so maybe don't look like a statue next time, but other than that, that was fine. You did a really good job." She looks a little panicked.
Okay, I'll make sure to practice posing as a mountain lion in front of a mirror, I guess.
No,
think-
it's just
yeah.
like,
I think Patrick was being a fool before, but now it's just like after that he's just like testy. So yeah.
that's understandable. She's like, sorry, it's just like, you weren't blinking, you weren't really breathing, and that's like kind of vital for a living animal.
Oh.
She shakes her head. It's
Yeah.
okay, you're doing great. I mean, worst case scenario, we get another like, "Oh, they're robots" claim again or whatever the fuck. Ugh.
It's happened before.
Yeah, she kind of grimaces. No offense, but newbies, yeah, it happens. But thankfully, we're able to cover it up pretty well.
Yeah. Seemed to be needed to be very good animatronics in that case. Well, do you need anything else? Is there anything else I can do for tonight, or is, need help with the animals or something?
She pauses for a moment. I actually can't think of anything specific, so if you want to stay and help, great. But if not, you're welcome to like wander around or do something else. She shrugs.
Yeah, I think Patrick will stay for like a second. Again, good to build at least a semi-working relationship if I'm gonna be working here more. So he's gonna stay and help for a bit, and then he's just gonna peace off.
Okay, excellent. Moving on to Jose and Danny.
And briefly, Erica.
And well, Erica has to visit the first aid tent, so I guess if we should probably do Erica first then.
Oh, I was going to visit the first aid tent after anyways, if
Oh,
we wanted
after.
to. Yeah,
Then
please
yeah,
excuse
sure.
me.
Okay, Jose and Danny, you are accompanied by Erica to your tent. She's there mostly for moral support because she does have her first aid job in a bit, but she's happy to hang out with you guys. You go into the costume truck real quick. What all do you guys want to grab? Do you have any specific costume you're looking for, I should say?
I think Jose is kind of thinking like, what is something that is magic-y that is not like formal wear, if that makes sense. He like has a distaste for like people who are always like in big like tailcoat suits for a number of reasons. So he's just trying to think of something that looks like, oh yeah, they're a magician, but doesn't look like, Houdini or anyone like that.
And Danny?
Danny is gonna go full in on like the sauce here. So like he he wants like the big because sword swallowers always have that kind of like I'm thinking like Indian and or kind of like Persian, like I said, with the very like the bright sequins and the poofy pants, right? And like all of that jazz. Like he's gonna go for 100% that, right?
Fuck yeah.
So I guess the act would then be, like the full outfit would be like like the poofy pants and the slippers with like the pointy toes, and like no shirt, right? Because you gotta fully commit to the act. So yeah.
Then Jose, I think, is going to go full, like, Arabian Nights genie with his costume.
I say,
Like,
we're
lots-
gonna coordinate on this.
The one thing you'll coordinate on.
Eric is looking away bashfully.
There are stalls for you to change in. There are like, little curtains.
Wow.
I don't think Jose goes as far as, like, turbans and stuff, because he's like, ugh, that's not a great look. But, like, certainly just, like, a lot of silky flowing stuff and, like, yeah.
Delightful. So after you get your outfits, you go to your tent, which in the back, it looks like someone's very quickly prepared miscellaneous tricks for you to do, as well as multiple swords for Danny to choose from for swallowing.
Right now, I'm curious. So, because Jose is an Assamite, right?
Yeah.
So, like, presumably during his training, like, Jose's met actual, like, fucking, like, Arabian sorcerers. Like, that do actual real magic. So, like, I'm curious if he's, like, if he's just imitating, like, their look.
Yeah, I think he is, like, fully aware of, like, the vampire perception of what Assamites are, and is just like, okay, I know this stereotype well enough to kind of pull it off.
Yeah. Assamites are fucking
Just like-
crazy, because they're, like, 3 clans in one, because they have their own sorcerers.
Yeah, they have full 3 different bloodlines,
Yeah.
and it's bananas, but I
One
think
of the
Jose-
bloodlines is bananas?
Yeah, believe it or not, all bananas are Assamites.
You heard it
Not
here
all
first.
Assamites are bananas. Know the difference.
Well, all bananas are
merch
genetically the
opportunity right
same.
there.
Also, I do want to say this before an actual botch happens and this actually happens, but I'm just super scared that Danny will, because he wouldn't actually, truly hurt him, would just actually poke the sword outside while he's trying to swallow it.
Just poke
and
it
that
through
would be
his chest.
Horrifying. Yeah.
Just the sword usually comes out clean, but it's just full red.
Oh, God.
Like, that's the secret, all right? Is we slap, like, a rebrand it on this tent as like a what am I thinking of? Like,
The Invincible Man.
no, like that, or like a
Horror show.
horror show, like a God, what am I thinking of? Like there's like houses that you go through.
Haunted house.
Haunted house. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. We just
There we
rebranded
go.
it as a haunted house.
Damn, their costuming is amazing. The fake blood really felt like actual blood. Meanwhile, Danny's just
I think-
completely skewered.
Erica, do you think you could help could you help me and Danny figure out how we can get that sword in him and out clean? You are the medical professional here.
I think I can figure out something. I knew I was here for a reason.
Oh, Erica, intelligence plus medicine, 5 here, because you know this pretty decently well, but this is an odd application, so you know the things, you've never applied them in such a way before.
I've taken things out of this spot, but I've never been involved in the, process before. Reminding everyone that Erica's, I was going to say day job, but normal night job is emergency room doctor.
God, that calls that she must attend to, probably.
So Abba's 5?
Yes.
Thank you muchly. That's a 4 success to figure out how to poke Danny with a sword.
Hey.
Okay, so it does say 3 to 10 years to learn how to swallow a single sword, so you're gonna have to speed run that a bit. You recommend going with a sword. First off, looking at all of the options they give you, one that's probably thinner and probably shorter, and you also give Danny some tips for how to achieve the best posture for sword swallowing.
All right, so what you're going to want to do is insert description here.
Very good. Very, very good.
Or you could just use this, and Erica gets one of those really cheap-looking fake swords. You know, the ones that, like, when you stab, it just gets smaller?
Yes.
Erica just stuffs gauze onto Danny's onto the roof of his mouth, so he can just clean the sword as it goes out. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
That wouldn't be a bad idea in case Danny ends up stabbing himself. Or just use a red sword.
Or just use a red sword. See, it's one of those logic puzzles. You just gotta think outside the box.
It's like the
Do-
checkerboard puzzle in Mysterious
Question:
Benedict Society.
do we
absolutely.
have access to a red sword?
Just give me a
There's
D10 real quick.
Paint,
Just real quick.
probably.
A 5, I will say there, as Sean mentioned, there seems to be no red swords, but there is some paint provided. And it's not like you could get poisoning, right?
That's true.
Erica's about to say, wait, that paint is extremely... You know what? I got to stop applying logical medical procedures to you people. I keep getting made fun of.
Yeah, Danny is like applying the paint to the sword, right? And he like raises an eyebrow at Erica. You people.
Love the taste of mercury in the morning.
He says, you people. You are you people.
I'm not used to this.
Maybe serpentine the paint. The crowd loves seeing a little bit of the metallic flash, and I think the paint might cover up some of it. But enough red that if some blood does come up, they won't be too able to discern it.
Indeed. And yeah, he's gonna like cover up most of the most all of the thing. I think in particular he's going to make sure that the edges of the blade are covered in paint.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And Erica will lend some gauze if he wants to, put that in his mouth as a precaution. That's terrible.
All right, Danny is going to practice swallowing the sword.
Okay, for a practice, I will say a practice run is going to give you a lower ob, because you'll have time to take it slow, whereas
The real thing.
in the moment it'll be a normal ob. So here, what do we think that would be?
Ridiculously high, because Danny's never done this before.
Well, no, like in terms of attribute plus ability.
Oh,
I'm thinking
like dexterity
dex.
plus...
Dex for sure.
Performance?
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Performance.
Melee? No, melee.
Not melee.
Melee. No.
No.
Melee with yourself.
Maybe athletics.
No, I don't think that works. Yeah,
I
performance.
think it has to be performance.
I think performance is definitely the closest. Do I have
Alright.
performance?
This is going to be a dex plus performance roll. Ob here is going to be 6.
So do I have performance? I do actually have performance at 1.
Delightful.
Theo. Someone has it.
And I will say, if you do any damage to yourself, you can't soak it, because these are your organs we're talking about.
Fair. I mean, I assume I'm gonna do damage to myself. Because
Almost certainly.
there's almost no way I wouldn't. Like, I'd have to roll like 5 successes at least to not hurt myself. Okay, so that's plus 2 celerity. So it's 6 dice. All right.
Oh, would I be able to help out by coaching him through it? Or would that make it worse?
I think you could help him by helping him with his posture. This will be an intelligence plus medicine check to give him good reminders and tips for holding his posture.
All right, I got a 2 on stab coaching.
So, with your combined 4 successes here, you do unfortunately still hurt yourself because you didn't meet the ob. 2 levels of this is lethal because it is sharp and inside your guts.
Fair and valid.
Hi, and welcome to the only way I can damage you guys sometimes is to have you do it. Give you the gun and say, pull the trigger.
All right.
I mean,
Pull
to
the
be
trigger,
fair,
people.
most of the time you don't have to tell us to do that. We just happen to do it.
Exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
so I will. Yeah, so you see, Dale goes back. He postures up. He swallows the sword, right? and he's like, you get like the sword like gets halfway in before you hear him go like,
Oh god.
Ow.
and then yeah, he like takes out the sword. Like I think he keeps going until like it's a show acceptable amount in, right? And then
That's a too lethal.
and then he takes it out, right? And yeah, it is literally like he like, because I imagine we have like a towel or like paper towels or something, right? And yeah, he like throws down the sword, grabs like a paper towel, and just coughs blood into it.
Oh god. Daniel.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay, that was a good practice round. And yeah, I'm gonna immediately spend the 2 blood to heal that.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Quick question. Would a Semisi with their discipline be able to like rearrange someone's inner organs?
Yes.
I was just gonna say that. I just remembered vicissitude. Okay.
Absolutely, you can. That is exactly what vicissitude is for.
Tori, what level of vicissitude does Erica have?
I have 2, which gives me fleshcraft, allowing me to perform grotesque alterations on other creatures. Only the flesh, so skin, muscle, fat, and cartilage, but not bone, may be transformed. So I can spend a blood point and do some cursed surgery.
Well, yeah, all you would need to do is make his throat wider.
Okay.
So that you would
And then
so that it would
push
be easy.
everything
Yeah.
down as to the sides.
All right.
Well, Erica, I think we've found a second use for you specifically to be here for this.
Yeah, Daniel,
Hey,
I'm only gonna...
that's reversible,
I'm sorry,
right?
Danny.
That's reversible.
Yes, but I can't guarantee it's not gonna hurt. I've only done this on unconscious people. I know that sounds weird. It's helpful in surgery. Are you okay with this?
Yeah, he looks at you. Listen, Miss Erica. I just stuck a sword into what I'm pretty sure was my pancreas.
Nah, that's too short for the pancreas.
He's right, much too
Liver
small.
at least.
The point is, yes, I'm okay with this.
All right, let's give this a shot.
Okay. Erica, definitely, this is going to be a dexterity plus medicine because you're performing the actual surgery.
Okay.
See, this is why it's good that Patrick wasn't there, because Patrick would have just been, hey, we can make Danny unconscious. It's easy. Bonk.
Just a full Looney Tune hammer just appears in his hand.
Animaniacs bullshit.
Now that'd be an act. Fucking Danny puts the sword like a third of the way into like his mouth, and then fucking Patrick comes onto stage and hammers it in. That'd be a hell of an act.
God. That's for the haunted house. That's for the haunted
This
house.
is
for
your
a campaign.
your regular ob. So 2,
Yes, I will spend a willpower for this. Oh, and I do need to spend a blood point, so I'm gonna do that.
with your 3 successes, you are able to manage getting Danny's throat a little wider and rearranging things to be a little neater. How do you go in? Do you go in through his actual mouth? Do you go in through his chest or through his back?
Oh God, I didn't think this part through. Ugh. Why am I a doctor? Why did I chose this? I
This has
don't.
become a
see
gore
yourself.
podcast.
You literally chose the body horror clan. I don't know you're
Yeah, you
expecting.
chose to be a doctor in the body horror clan at a certain point.
Yeah.
God, I could like feel my stomach churning. I'm like, progress. I'm okay, but oof. I guess I don't want to slice him open. I don't think we have enough time for that. So like, just gonna.
Well, with flesh crafting, you could literally just stick your hands into his flesh.
Oh, even better. Okay, gonna do that.
Somehow that even better didn't sound like you thought it was a better idea, Tori. I don't know why. Just something in your voice, I guess.
Okay, yep, just gonna do
Just
that.
feel like there's something in the air tonight.
There's something in the air tonight, and that something is pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, just gonna stick my hand through the chest and perform some cursed surgery. That's my specialty.
Oh, yeah.
So with that, you're able to get your friend's throat in sword swallowing tip-top shape. Very fun. Very cool. All right. With that,
Whoa.
Danny, you have managed to knock an ob off for future reference, so it'll no longer be 8, it'll be 7 due to Erica's influence. And
Hope
I
that
will say,
helps.
at your actual performance, if you can roll me an intelligence plus medicine to remember Erica's advice, that could potentially lower your ob even more.
Intelligence plus medicine, you said?
Yes.
Check what that is. I don't think Danny has medicine. He does not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, sucks for you.
If you do manage to botch this, then that could hurt you even more, but I don't think you will. Knock on wood, knock on wood. Alright, then, Jose, looking through all of your things, all of the props on the table, you notice that there's a good spread. They kind of figured, since you didn't tell them what you wanted to do specifically, they figured you didn't know what you wanted to do either. But looking at all of your options, does anything catch your eye? There are cards, there are balloon animals, there's hats, there's trick scarves, multiple things.
I think Jose is going to start with cards and maybe pick up some other, like, sleight of hand things.
Who's
Okay.
gonna send someone to a shadow realm? It's actually
And, like, maybe, like, one final big prop trick with Danny as the assistant.
Ooh. Alright, so now that it's time for your actual performance, the people file in looking very excited to see this new act. I need both of you to give me a very quick appearance plus empathy to just appear like good, normal human people who don't have slightly wider throats than usual.
Danny Snake is now like absolutely like a unit. It's just white as shit.
So Danny does have the merit friendly face, which is +1 to like appearance and charisma checks on like on a first meeting. With
Yes,
that
this
player.
is applicable here.
I do have a fake show introduction if you'd like me to roleplay that out.
Oh, please.
Oh, I hurts to see those 2 10s just do nothing.
Still
Okay,
2 successes
so-
though.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So 4 and 2.
Yep.
Excellent. So, Jose, as the crowd files in and a hush falls over the audience, how do you begin this show?
Ladies and gentlemen, señoras y señores. What's the French one? Fuck.
Mesdames et messieurs.
Madame et monsieur.
Mesdames et
Mesdames.
messieurs.
Et messieurs.
Thanks, Lumiere.
Okay. I'm going to take another run at that then.
Go, French boy, go. We love you, Phil.
We love you, Phil.
Mesdames et messieurs, señoras y señores, ladies and gentlemen, I bid you welcome to my parlor of magic. My name is Alonso Quijano, and I come from a far, far off land, far away in ancient place, a place called Dallas Fort Worth.
The crowd oohs and ahs. Wow, a 3-hour drive.
I kid. I am, of course, from a bit farther away from that, but that's not why we're here. And of course, we have my lovely associate, Cardinio. Would everyone like to give Cardinio a hand?
The crowd goes wild for Cardinio.
We love Cardenio. Woo!
Cardenio bows to the audience.
I have journeyed across the wide earth. I've seen the majesties of far South China. I have seen the rolling hills of Central America, and all across it I have learned many tricks and secrets of ancient civilizations, and tonight I'm here to share some of them with you. Now, I know many of you know that not all of my tricks are genuine magic, but I guarantee you, at least one little trick in our repertoire tonight will be bona fide arcana. Is everyone ready for the show?
The crowd goes fucking wild at that. Oh, you reeled them in real good. But,
Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin.
Okay. Real quick before the show starts, I would like an perception plus alertness here then.
All right.
Cool.
Does my danger specialization for perception apply here?
No, and I will say here the ob is going to be 7 because this is a darkened room. The spotlights are on you, not on them.
Unfortunate. Could have been worse. I got 2 successes.
Here comes Danny with his 8 successes. Oh, still 4.
Only 4 this time. Difficulty.
Only 4.
Difficulty
Only
is
4.
down to 5
Only
because of
4s.
acute sense.
Okay. So, Jose, you're kind of busy going at this, getting your magic things ready. So you kind of glance at the audience, and you see some people you think you might recognize, but you don't think too hard about it. You're mostly focused on your performance. Whereas Danny, you're kind of standing there. You're at this point at least a prop. You're just kind of vibing. So you have time to look around, and you think in the back, you think you see your friend Gabe, and he gives you like a little wave.
I see Gabe in the back.
You think you see Gabe, yeah. You're pretty sure that's him.
Yeah, Danny doesn't move because he's not gonna wave to someone in the audience right while they're on stage. But like he kind of narrows his eyes. Yeah, he narrows his eyes at like Gabe. Like it's like slight, but he kind of looks at him like, what the hell are you doing?
Gabe doesn't really respond. Okay, so go ahead then, Jose and Danny. I won't make you sit here and roleplay this whole thing. Jose and Danny, please give me dexterity plus performance for both of you, please. Jose, your ob is 6. Danny, your ob going through and trying to remember Erica's advice and also remembering the practice of not stabbing yourself, maybe. Your ob is also going to be 6 because you remembered the advice and you also managed to get Erica to perform surgery on you.
And to be clear,
All
because
right.
it's dex, I can add my celerity to that.
Yes.
Coolio. And spend a point of willpower to bring me up to 3 successes.
3 successes, oh, alright. And
I'll spend the point for willpower for 1 success.
1 success. Oh boy. So, Danny, it's definitely the nerves. You've never done this in front of actual humans before, so you managed to slice yourself up pretty good for 3 points of lethal damage. And you pull out the sword, and thankfully the audience with the red paint on it, they don't really notice. Jose, your tricks go more or less pretty by the book. There are a few hiccups, but you're able to convince the crowd, like, oh, that was part of the show. Like, oh, I meant to do that. So overall, outwardly at least, it's a success.
Not for Danny's organs, but
Yeah, no, not for Danny's organs, nope. That was, ouch. Oof, ouch, owie.
Oof, ouch, owie.
His not
Needs organs,
bones.
right?
Yeah, you don't need your organs anymore.
Yeah, fine.
Still hurts.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, and then finally, as the performance draws to an end, some people come up and want to take pictures. You notice Gabe just hurries off, assumedly back to his job. And you guys need to give me a charisma plus performance in order to pose for some pictures. And Danny, your ob is going to be 7 because you just kind of sliced yourself open and you're in a bit of pain.
Fair enough.
Could I make it mine a manipulation plus performance just to draw more attention away from Danny?
With that explanation, I would say yes.
Question, does enchanting voice help me here?
No, you sliced your throat, my dude.
Fair.
Also, these are pictures, not vocal bits.
Well, fuck.
Oof.
I was hoping that my new manipulation specialty misdirection would help me out here, but oh boy, no 10s in there, so I'm fucked.
It would be like that.
What was it exactly for the listeners?
That was a -1 botch.
Okay, and Danny,
Daniel?
Solid 0.
Oof.
would either of you care to spend willpower?
No, because I've already spent 2 on this.
Okay, and Jose?
I can spend 2 to make that a success, right?
No.
It's 1 at a time.
Fuck then. Well, I'm gonna make it a failure as well.
Okay, so just a 0.
We're not great.
Okay.
I'm good from a distance, not up close.
Yeah, the first few people to come up are very, very excited. When Danny starts, like, he does a little cough against his will. He tries to suppress it, but a little bit of blood comes out. And they're like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And I think you're able to play it off as like, oh no, that's just a joke I play on people. But it clearly makes everyone else extremely uncomfortable, and they just kind of beeline out the door. Anyone in line just turns around and waves and leaves.
They're at the circus for a snuff show tonight, apparently.
I think most people are.
People are into that, yeah.
Well, first show never goes perfectly.
Hi, I'm Cookie, your friendly neighborhood podcast editor, and the brains behind the brand of the team, our good, tired boy Patrick. Thank you so much for checking out our show. We're so glad to have you here with us at Show Some Initiative. It means a lot to us to be able to sit down and have fun while recording this awesome story that Julian has kindly prepared for us. And being able to do so for all of you guys listening right now makes it even more of a magical experience. If you enjoy our show and want to support us, we'd really appreciate it if you could share our show with your friends. Word of mouth is really the only way we can get to more people, so be sure to recommend us to your friends so they too can enjoy our various shenanigans. To stay in the loop, be sure to follow us on our socials. You can find all of them, including our Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and the like, in our Linktree at linktree/showsomeinitiative. That is linktr.ee/showsomeinitiative. Again, linktr.ee/show-some-initiative. Our show is currently available on Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, YouTube, and your podcatcher of choice. We'd absolutely love it if you could leave a comment or review on any or all of these platforms, as it helps even more people find us. And we might even read new comments or give you a shout out once they show up. Speaking of which, I'd love to thank Blue Odyssey, formerly the TWD, for their kind comment. Thank you so much, Blue Odyssey. It means a lot to know you are enjoying the show. I'd also like to thank tabletopaudio.com for the background music and our wonderful storyteller, Julian, for our intro and outro theme. Since I'm here, I'd also like to shout out our magnificent copywriter Tori, who always has a wonderful and intriguing description for our episodes, our talented resident artist Sean for his wonderful art of all the characters, and last but not least, the rest of the cast at SSI. You guys are all amazing people, and I'm super grateful that I get to go on this experience with y'all. You guys are wonderful. Thank you. With that bit of sappiness and housekeeping out of the way, I'd like to talk a bit about Patrick. Patrick conceptually started as a rough around the edges, loner type of character, to contrast the more power of friendship types I usually play. However, as you may have realized, he quickly mellowed out into more of a team dad, slightly emotionally distant, but always ready to lend a hand to his friends. He's fiercely protective, and despite what he may think, he has already grown out to be quite fond of most of our little coterie. Playing him is a lot of fun, since I get to indulge in a lot of shenanigans, but also have some serious moments with him. It's always great to see how he'll interact with the other kindred. He's not as experienced as Theo, Jose, or Danny, and all the experience that he does have come from a very different culture to the more covert masquerade that the Camarilla runs in big cities. He's also got a bit of a complicated relationship with self-image as the older-looking kindred in the group, despite being probably the second youngest. Finding out that you'll spend eternity stuck in a midlife crisis look ain't exactly fun. But I've been year long enough, I'm sure you'll find out many more exciting tidbits about all the characters as their own stories and motives begin unraveling along with the show's plot. Again, thank you so much for listening to our show, and remember, kindred run from the sun not just for survival, but because the shadows make for an excellent place to hide secrets.
Gabe, we will do you next. You are at your station.
What do you mean? He was just in our tent. Isn't he there?
Don't worry about it. You are at your station at the shooting gallery, trying to get people to come in and play. So this is going to be, I think, a good any of your social I'm willing to let you choose here. Any of your social attributes plus performance, and I need you to give me an example of how you're using your attribute here.
I'm just gonna be using straight up and down charisma.
Okay.
That's Gabe's strong suit. And he's just gonna be kind of like really putting himself out there. Like everyone he sees passing by, he's like, "Hey, take your shot!" And he's gonna try to, he's got the little guns, quote unquote. I'm guessing they're like chained to the stand or whatever, but he's got them in his hand. He's trying to like push them into his hands and get him to try it out. And first shot's free. So that's, I guess, yeah, that's what he's doing. He's just being as obnoxious as he can, I guess.
Delightful. Please, then charisma plus performance.
Performance. There it is. I have performance.
6.
That is one success.
One whole success.
We're doing
You
so well
managed-
this circus thing.
Yeah, I'm so proud of all of you for at least trying. You managed to get a handful of people to come play. Most of they seem to like they're coming regardless of if you're calling them or not. So it's like people who are, it's Texas. As a Texan, I can say there are some gun nuts here who are coming up and trying to like, it's a bit of a dick measuring contest of like, oh, I bet I can hit the bullseye, or oh, I bet I can hit like 3 bullseyes or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you don't really need to persuade them. You do manage to get someone in a very interesting, almost inky purple cloak coming up, who just silently takes the raffle from you and goes and shoots the target a couple times. They seem a little new, and they're about to really leave. Do you say anything to them? Do you try to persuade them to spend more tokens here?
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you give that another shot? The last one didn't work out for you, but I bet this next one's gonna be it'll be your round.
They pause, and looking at their face, or you try at least, you can't really seem to get a good look at it. They seem to constantly be like moving, looking down at the ground, trying to angle their hoodie, their hood part of the cloak, so that you can't see them. But they take the rifle from you and shoot 3 perfect bullseyes and then just walk away.
Interesting.
Could you give me a perception plus alertness here? Ob's gonna be 7.
Hang on. There it is. 1 success.
1 success, you are just kind of looking around, keeping track of people who you've tried to persuade before. You see this hooded figure go by a few more times, and they don't really pay you any mind. So, you're done with your shift. Is there anything else you'd like to do at the moment?
I don't think so. Just kind of walk around, keep my eyes out for anyone who looks suspicious.
Okay. Then we will move on to Erica here.
Hello.
You finish up helping your delightful friends Jose and Danny set up their act, and you head back to your medical tent.
Before I abandon them, I will check with Danny. Do you want me to put things back? Are you good there?
Yes, please.
Yes, you're
I'll
good.
restore-
Yes, you want me to put things back. What is it, Daniel? Use your words.
Put it back.
I'll take that as a yes. When I will put Danny's organs back where I found them.
And his throat.
You put the thing back where you
Put
found
his
it.
organs
so
back
help
where he
me.
came from, or so help me.
And put his throat back.
Okay, so Erica, this will be another Dex plus medicine, and you will have to spend another blood point. Unless it says through the end of the scene or whatever.
I'll just spend another blood point, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm rolling. Stop singing.
No, you're delightful.
That's a 5 to put things where back where I found them.
Not only do you... Wait, has Danny ever smoked?
Well,
Like when he was alive?
I mean, he was like a 70s gangster, so probably.
So, yeah.
Probably a lot then.
Not only do you put his lungs and esophagus back the way they were, while you're in there, you're like, oh, why not give the boy a break? And you clean up his lungs a little bit.
Jesus. All right, now, Danny, what did we learn today?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know.
I'm sure there's a lesson here, but I don't know what it is.
Not everything has a moral.
Try telling that to He-Man.
I think we can at least say that maybe don't go sticking swords down your gullet at a moment's notice. Things take practice.
Yeah, this might have been a bad idea. But hey, you live, you learn.
You live,
Just
you-
because you can doesn't mean you should.
Or you own live, as the case may be. You die, as the case may be. Whatever.
All right,
Anyway.
I'm gonna mosey on to the medical tent, so try not to bleed anymore while I'm gone. I know you'll be fine, but there's children here.
Alright, well then see you then, Doc. And thanks.
No problem.
Okay, so you enter into your medical tent, and you notice it seems as though Tristan didn't really understand what all you might be doing here. So not only is there, a standard array of first aid items, there's also a good amount of, actual surgical supplies. So you see packets of, sterilized needles, surgery thread, and scalpels, but there are fewer of those, so he's hoping you don't have to use them as much.
But you can, if you need to.
Yeah, if you need to, worst case scenario.
Or, for fun. Some mad science here and there hasn't hurt anyone.
No one let Theo near that tent.
What are you talking about? Rude. I would never do anything
Well, you
nefarious.
just found he's a Tremere and you're already committing microaggressions.
Yeah.
It's my head.
Look, it's not my
How
fault he
dare
looks like Dexter Morgan from the hit TV show Dexter.
Thought you were gonna say
is
like
it-
Dexter's Laboratory.
Is it really a
I did
microaggression?
think of that too, because I did not watch Dexter, so...
Is it really a microaggression if he actually is like a fucking evil wizard?
Well, you don't know that yet.
Yet.
I know that you're a
You'll
wizard.
find out.
You don't know what my
surprise for
skills
later.
are.
Honestly, you are a Tremere, which means that that gives a 90% accuracy chance that you are an evil wizard.
Listen, not everybody is like their clans.
That's very true. I don't see you stereotyping Erica here.
Yeah, Erica has never moved anyone's organs around. Oh.
Yeah, but the difference is that we know Erica isn't like the rest of the Zamisi because Erica hasn't shown us her face lamp yet.
Fun.
What's the face now?
Listen, I move organs for the sake of good, not for the sake of shenanigans.
Exactly.
For now.
Theo has done nothing but be ominously cryptic the entire time.
And we love him for it.
What do
Okay.
you mean? My deal to to help you erase the USB stuff for a favor wasn't good enough of a good deed by itself?
Exactly, he's helping me hide evidence from the rest of the party.
True
All right.
friendship.
Can't be trusted.
Exactly.
Reeling it back in.
Yeah, sorry.
Erica? No, you're great. Erica? When you are here doing your medical doctor things that you earned a degree for, what are you doing anything specific? Are you looking out for anyone? Are you trying to just focus on your work? What's the situation here? What's on Erica's mind?
Really just making sure everything in the tent is up to code, that we have all the supplies necessary, a stretcher if somebody has to be, carried off, and, all the supplies. Is there anybody else assigned to this first aid tent, or is it just gonna be me?
For the first night, it's just you, but at one point the same assistant rushes in. She's like, hey, so real quick, it is just you. However, if you think you need any help, if you get overwhelmed, we'll be real with you. This is the first time we've ever set anything up like this up, so I'm not sure how much it's going to be used. If it's a lot, we'll assign someone else with you, but if it's not, she shrugs. Then I guess you'll be here alone, but for now, do you want someone else here? I can find someone. I think Stacy might be free.
I am absolutely fine as long as no one is getting hurt. I am just fine being alone. Although, do you have a list of people here that are qualified in first aid?
Strangely, Patrick. Strangely enough, Patrick is one.
Erica's
amazing.
just so used to working with human people and
fair.
organizations that have first aid qualifications. You have your certified Red Cross list. Every good business has a list of employees that are certified under the Red Cross. You need a minimum of numbers. Erica knows this stuff, but Tori doesn't.
Delightful. So, the assistant pauses for a moment. Yeah, let me just get that for you real quick. She rushes out.
You'd
and
never see her again.
Avoids me like the plague.
Theo, I need you to please give me. This is you'll roleplay this in a moment.
Okay.
But can I please have just intelligence plus computer
Oh, wow, okay.
with 4 successes? She comes back a moment later. Okay, yes, I managed to find one. Here you go. And she slaps it down on the desk very triumphantly.
Oh, absolutely wonderful. What was your name again?
Oh, I'm Amanda. Lovely to meet you.
Amanda, thank you so much. You've done a great job. I'm going to keep this list, and if anything happens, I have everyone at their stations, and Erica just runs a bunch of bullshit about proper first aid care and all that, and making sure everybody who's qualified is at their certain stations and anything. Anyways, that should do for first aid, Erica. I've moved organs. I feel good about my duties today.
I just need real quick from you then. 2 rolls of charisma plus empathy, followed by intelligence plus medicine. Both should be relatively easy for you, I believe.
Don't jinx me.
Knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood.
Even with your skills, you can botch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 for both?
Yes.
Oh, that's a failure for the charisma check, see? The charisma and empathy check, excuse me. And the other was intelligence and medicine. That one was a success of 3.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I imagine that you're able to go through and perform first aid on anyone who comes in. It's mostly young kids who were too excitable and they ran and they scraped their knee. So it's like the mom coming in exasperated of, little Jimmy, he needs a Band-Aid. It's nothing super serious, but he won't stop crying. So, you're able to apply first aid fairly well, but you're a little shaken up from the fact that you've moved organs around, like, on someone conscious for the first time in ever, maybe? So you're a little shaken. Your bedside manner isn't up to code on this, but they aren't too put off. It's just like you're very curt and to the point.
Checks out. I completely forget to offer them candy. I'm off my game tonight.
Don't even have any butterscotches. All right, then, Theo. You are assigned your starting place, at least. Tristan starts you off in the back with a pretty advanced computer, more of a laptop, I guess, but it's still very nice. I don't know anything about laptops. 420 ping, 69 frames per second.
Nice.
Yeah, that sounds like an actual computer I'd get.
What?
Didn't you build a computer?
Oh, my brother was just like, here, this is what I recommend you get. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then I paid for it.
Okay, fair enough.
You're valid.
Still impressive.
Oh, Tori, you're delightful. Thank you. So, Theo, you start off on this laptop, and the assistant comes in within the first, 10 minutes, and she's a little confused. Hey, so I really quick just need a list of any first aid certified employees that we have. I know we have a database somewhere in there. So if you could get that to me, then you're free to work on whatever you want, really.
Right.
And then that's what you rolled your computer roll for, which you got 4 successes.
Yeah.
You're able to open up the program, and it's literally a drop-down menu of sort by first aid certified category. If yes, put on list. It's literally brain dead shit that you learned to do in Excel. You managed to print that off and give it to her, and she's overjoyed. She's like, "Oh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Good job. Keep up the good work." And she rushes out.
You really do be like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, so Theo now technically, if there was time for them to put that info in, Theo would now know that Patrick is technically first aid certified.
Yeah, I would
That's
see the shit your name is on there.
That's information you have now.
That's information I have now. Hold on, I'm writing this down, I guess.
Are you
I don't know
gonna
what
blackmail him about it?
No, but I guess that's information I have.
Oh, that's gonna absolutely come in handy later.
Yeah, at some point.
Where it's gonna be like, oh, this child is dying, we need to save him. Who here knows first aid?
Patrick, get up!
And then Patrick will botch the roll because he's got a 1 intelligence.
Alright,
Okay,
what can I
so-
do on this computer?
Looking around,
What crimes can I commit, Julian?
Yeah.
there's a few options here, I suppose. There's the employee list, there's schedules, things like that, emails, a whole bunch of things, and there are also a handful of locked files, or I guess password protected,
Oh.
or run as administrator. I don't know how computers work.
You can have encrypted files. That's
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Or like
A few things that are encrypted
stuff
and
that need
password protected.
permissions,
Sure.
Yeah.
So, what would Theo like to do? You also have to keep in mind that Danny requested you wipe that flash drive from Jose.
Yes. Do I have that?
You do not have the flash drive.
Yeah,
Jose
that's the
currently has it, so
problem.
you'd have to visit them.
I'll do that in a second. I'll pretend to... I'll actually do... No. I will actually... No. I don't have to do anything really on that anyways now, right?
You have some time before they would finish their performance, so depending on how you want to work this, the stealing of the flash drive, it's your call.
Let's go do that now. That sounds
Okay.
like a good thing to
You
get out of the
mosey
way.
over to their tent, and entering through the back, you currently see that Jose and Danny are performing. Danny has a sword halfway down his gullet, and it is not looking good.
Quick picture there.
That's going to my cringe compilation.
Oh yeah, another one from my boomer folder.
Okay. So, are you looking for this flash drive, I'm assuming?
Yes. Yeah. Honestly, it wouldn't be too suspicious if he asks Jose for it, but let's nab it.
Okay. Go ahead, give me... You don't really have to be stealthy because they're currently preoccupied.
Yeah.
Then give me a perception plus investigation to look for this flash drive. Ob is going to be 5 here because there's only a handful of places it could really be.
Oh shit.
Oh. Hey.
5 successes. Beautiful. So you're... I don't want to say you've done this before. I don't want to put words into your mouth, but typically... Pants pockets are a very nice place to keep things.
That is true.
Sweet. A yoink.
Yeah, you're able to find it, you yoink it, and rush back to the laptop.
I shouldn't have gone with the thing without pockets.
Shush you, you're performing.
So, you're gonna try to go through this flash drive and delete it, or...
I'd like to watch it. How much time do I have, actually? But I'd like to watch it.
You have a good chunk of time till your shift's over, a couple hours at least. So I would say the footage, you're able to scrub through it, fast forward, put it on ×2 speed or whatever. And you eventually get to a point where Danny drags someone just out of view of the camera and then tosses them in a dumpster a couple minutes later. And then goes back to
Can I
where
see
you
the
guys
face
were.
of this person?
Jose, how good are your security cameras?
Serviceable. So
Okay.
probably not super high def. So I would argue probably not. It would probably
could-
be a mess of pixels.
You could make out baseline features of, like, he has this face shape, he has this haircut, but you couldn't identify anything specific.
But Julian, Theo works with computers. He can just zoom and enhance, like all those.
Oh
TV
yeah,
shows,
sorry,
right?
sorry.
Exactly.
Enhance.
That's
Yeah,
what computers
that's something
are.
That's something people can do with computers. They just do that work for you. Just click some clacks, and then you're good. I'm frustrated. Sorry. Continue.
Cookie, you don't work with computers, do you?
If
No,
want
I don't-
enhance,
I
do
don't know
that.
how to use a keyword. I don't know what a computer is actually. I've just been faking it all this time.
Yeah, I've never learned how to play the keyboard. It's a bit. You gotta learn the sheet music and everything.
Yeah, Patrick actually doesn't know how to
my
read.
God.
He's just all been faking it this time.
Erica actually doesn't know vicissitude. She's just very convincing.
She's just
Fucking
so
great surgeon.
I think she's just so good at surgery. It seems
Yes.
supernatural.
She's convinced herself.
No one told me I couldn't.
Man, someone told her, you're supernaturally good at surgery. And now she believes she's a vampire.
The placebo effect is
isn't
really
a
powerful,
vampire. The power of belief. Okay, I'm sorry. Julian, you were saying.
You're doing great.
No, you're fine. So what else would Theo like to do after viewing Danny throwing this man into the dumpster?
I'd like to scrub forward to see. I don't know. That's not really important anymore, right? To see, like, he's obviously left.
Yes, he seems to have gone back to when you guys were fighting, that whole situation, followed by hour or two later, maybe? Or no, not even, a couple minutes. I forget how... Even though it feels like hours when we're doing it, it's only a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Followed by a couple minutes later, you guys coming in, and he leads you away from the dumpster. You guys walk right by this man. And it's not like he's like on top, just kind of vibing there. Danny seems to have maybe shuffled a few things around, so it's not immediately obvious.
Covered him in some diapers.
Theo?
Yeah, sorry. I'm just
What else are you doing here?
Now, is everything on here?
You remember Danny's story saying that the man ran away and managed to get away.
And
Whereas
obviously
this
I didn't
footage-
see that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think I'd be able to connect the dots here. What's going on, especially with how weird Danny's been acting with this. It makes more sense than just he ran away. Yeah. I would like to now. There's a few things I could do here, but
Lots of options.
yeah.
So much power over everyone in this campaign presently.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah, there's so much power. What do I do with it? First things first. Let's see. I could just corrupt the file itself, probably, right? Would that be? I don't know. Would
Yeah,
that
you-
be difficult?
Yeah, you could just corrupt the file data so the video is unreadable.
Yeah.
Or you
Is that what you're opting to do here?
You could also literally just delete the video file from the flash drive by like when you plugged it into the computer.
I think it's a bit less suspicious if it's just corrupted, because that sometimes happens. If
Yeah.
the person isn't careful, like plugging and
Instead of
removing
it just
the flash drive.
straight up disappearing.
Yeah, so you just open the file in a notepad, delete like a bit of the text, and you're good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how to do those things.
No,
Say some
no.
legal reasons.
Yeah.
Alright, then I'll say, Theodore, give me an intelligence plus computer in order to corrupt this file. This is as long as you get one success, you're fine, but the more you get, the better you will do. Three?
3, yeah, hell yeah. I never
Yeah,
get
excellent.
so many successes ever. What the fuck?
I
Stolen
know
our
that
luck.
feeling.
Spend
The
that willpower,
power.
my guy. Get those 4 successes, ride the high.
I mean,
Yeah, you're not gonna need them later. Are you going to spend a willpower or no?
yeah, let's go. Let's go. I never get so many successes. I am going to savor this.
Beautiful.
Thanks for your little. Sorry.
No, you're great, dude. With your 4 successes, you are able to just corrupt this file in a way that it will literally, it won't just be like, oh, file is unreadable. It will give you, like, this file is completely fucked message. Like a, how the fuck did you save this? This is what pulling the USB out unsafely does, you idiot, you absolute buffoon.
You customize the error message to say that.
Jesus Christ, Jose, what the fuck did you do to this USB?
You can, if you edit things around, you could perceivably give it a specific error message, but if you do that, then there's a chance that Jose might be able to go back and try to undo that.
I would like that to not to be traced back to me.
So you just want it to be completely borked. Okay. You're able to get that done pretty quickly. I imagine you've, not to put words in your mouth, but you've done this a handful of times.
Oh wait, I'm a dumbass. Was there any audio or was it just visuals?
I clarified last time, they're pure video.
Okay.
Also, I imagine it's like a 3-camera system, so there would be like 3 different video files. I'm just trying to give you as much information about how I perceive it would work as humanly possible, you know?
Alright, so
Alright.
Theo,
Success.
you do manage to delete the file of this man, and actually looking around earlier in the video, later in the video, you look ahead and you manage to see him climb out of the dumpster kind of like ashamed and trudge off. No one's around to really look at him. So, with that, you have successfully done the thing that Danny asked. I'm assuming you put the flash drive back.
Yes. Well, yeah. No, the flash drive is just gone. I did all that work, but just toss it out instead.
Hey Theo, say, where did you get that flash drive? It was almost exactly like the one I lost the other day. The internet.
Amazon, I just love the style so much. Look at how aerodynamic it is.
Man, it
So-
even has that solid gold engraving I got on that flash drive. That says Jose's
Yeah, I know, weird,
flash drive.
right?
Okay, so I would very much like one last time from Theo.
Yes.
Intelligence plus... trying to think of what this would be. Since they would be done with their performance by now. Actually, psych that then. You would have to give me a... If you're going to go in unseen, Dex plus Subterfuge to try to get this in pretty easily without them noticing, because they are wrapping up their performance. If not, then you can just give me a Dex plus Stealth, or would that still be Subterfuge?
I'm gonna be honest, this is the same roll for both of them.
Yeah. We'll say, okay, we will say you're gonna go in Dex plus Subterfuge either way, but are you going to try to be stealthy about it and sneak in, or are you going to try to just be like, oh, hey, I came in to check you guys' performance?
Yeah, the second one, I did say I was gonna do that.
Oh, yes, okay, my apologies. Can you please give me, then, manipulation plus...
Oh, manipulation. This is... Does misdirection count towards this?
Yes. Manipulation. Oh, wait, Subterfuge is lying. Shit.
Yeah.
So it would be... Never mind, it'd
Larceny?
be Dex plus... no, Larceny's breaking in, right? Picking locks.
Yeah.
So Dex plus Stealth here. I'm so sorry. Dex plus Stealth to put the USB back, manipulation plus subterfuge to get them to ignore the fact that you are currently putting a flash drive in Jose's pocket and trying to play this off as being like, hey, what's up? What's poppin'?
Are we doing both of these?
Yes.
Okay. Very cool. Add
So
to
that
one's
is
assessor
your-
for the first roll of Dex and Stealth.
Okay.
And what's the other roll? That's Force success on the second one.
So, how do you enter and congratulate your friends on their performance?
Should I roll against anything here, or are you just saying success is success?
Oh yeah.
I think this would be perception plus alertness. However, your ob is going to be 8 because between A, unaware of Theo's intentions, and B, you guys didn't do too hot with your very last check at the end of your performance.
I don't notice anything. That is a full failure, and I'm not spending willpower because I know it won't do anything.
Yeah, no.
Okay, and then Danny, do you care to roll?
To notice, I guess, yeah.
Okay.
And this is wrapping up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Perception plus alertness, you said?
Yes.
Obstacle.
8.
A low barrier. It's a big barrel that has an exclamation point on it and is red.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
So,
Oh
Danny,
no, Danny saw Theodore stealing the flash drive. Whatever will he do?
the opposite of stealing, giving it back.
Yeah, come on.
Unstealing.
You dropped this.
I may have to have stolen it first in order to give it first.
I mean, yeah, but I think the thing
give it
is
back,
Danny
but-
now, like, Danny has kind of confirmed to himself that Theo had the flash drive,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So I think that's all he needs, right?
Hey, Theo, could you
Excellent.
toss my pants over here? I want to get changed out of this as soon as I can.
Yeah. I mean, here you go. Congrats on your run there. It
Thanks.
looked good at the end there. I didn't catch all of it. Is Danny cool though? Do we need to run?
we have to
by
get
Erica,
his-
or
We have to get his throat back as it normally should be.
That's true for
Yeah.
sentence.
so
Erica made his throat easier to swallow swords with, and he's got a weird rasp thing going on right now.
Yeah, it ain't
some
fun.
DC stuff. Cool.
Apparently, the kindred throat was not built to do this, and who boy is it giving me some weird feelings. Let's so yeah. How is
Yeah, I'm
computer
in favor
duty? I
of
guess.
this. Not easier than that. Someone wanted me to go through first aid databases or something. Assuming that's to do with the lockdown.
Probably Erica then.
Did you know that Patrick is licensed? Apparently, he's on that list.
I love how the one person who, like, it is very obvious why he would need to be first aid certified, you guys are just so baffled by it.
Is it obvious?
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
he
he's
used to
worked
work
at a
in
lumberyard.
logging, which is a very dangerous
I
industry.
Didn't know
Forgot
this.
about that.
I mean, that
I mean,
checks out,
this is
but
assuming
like,
that they were. I don't know.
I don't know. I just
makes
legally
you
Does
certified.
every logging person have to know first aid?
I don't know. Any listeners, if you are in the logging industry, please
The
drop a
logging
comment.
industry, specifically in Oregon, we want to be very specific. In the
Yes,
year,
yes,
what,
yes.
2017 is when this is taking place?
Oh
Yes.
fuck, I can't remember.
2018, I think? Maybe. No, yeah, 2017. End of 2017.
All right, so with your shifts coming to a close, you all, it just seems easier to congregate at Erica's tent, honestly, with Danny going back there to get his organs rearranged, and Theo's already there and Jose's already there. And I imagine Patrick and Gabe, after their shifts, are walking around, and you see everyone kind of heading in that general direction.
Erica has hot chocolate from the spooky hot chocolate stand for everyone who wants some.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Thanks,
you,
Doc.
Erica.
Danny
Doc.
definitely wants some because he's at 4 blood right now.
Just chugs it.
Oh,
No, yeah, straight up. Like I imagine Erica walks up with the cups of like blood, right? And Danny like almost snatches it out of her hand and like slams it back.
I think Jose is just going to slide his cup over to him, like, yeah, you need it more than I do presently.
So
Patrick will.
how much?
Patrick will drink his.
How many points of blood is 2 cups?
2 cups, 2 points.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a point each. Patrick will graciously accept his and say thanks, Doc.
You've all worked hard today. I think it's well deserved. Would you like some, Pastor Gabe?
Oh, no thank you, but that's very kind of you.
Alrighty.
Yeah, he can't drink it. As Danny says he finishes his 2nd cup.
Yeah, it looks like you might need mine anyway.
Sure, yeah, he takes it.
So, what did everyone get up to tonight? I guess I know what Rosanne and Danny were up to, but what about the rest of yous?
I think I may have given a bit of a... I may have convinced some people that the circus employs animatronics instead of animals. Kinda forgot to, keep breathing as a mountain lion. In my defense, jumping through hoops and stuff, it's kinda distracting. Other than that, I think it went swimmingly. First time I got to actually stretch my legs in this new form, and it was much more fun than I expected.
Oh, that's so exciting. Yeah, remembering to breathe can be hard sometimes, but I mean, transforming into a kitty, that's outstanding.
Doctor, thank you so much for the cocoa. Please don't say a kitty. I beg of you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. A pussycat.
Oh,
I'll be by the
Right.
corner if you'll need me.
You're welcome, everybody.
okay.
Just the wacko. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, like Danny
Good night, everybody.
Danny narrows his eyes, like seeming to remember something. Hey, so that reminds me, Gabe, why were you at the tent when we were performing?
What are you talking about?
But when he gestures over, when me and Jose were doing the magic show, I saw you waved at me from the back of the tent.
Oh, you showed up as well?
No, I was at my... When were you performing? I think I was...
About an hour
think I
ago?
was- Okay, I think I was done with my shift by then, but I was just walking around the carnival. I was just, keeping my eyes out. I never went to your tent.
Are you sure? I know, I could have swore it was you.
No, it wasn't me.
That, I mean, if we remember our friend, kind of like looking at Jose, he did say that a person matching the good father's description had been spotted with the circus since months ago. You might have, gotten a glimpse of
You might have
Our-
spotted him, Danny.
our culprit.
I
Shit,
don't much
you don't
care for the
think-
idea of someone using my face.
This
Why
week,
you, though?
Yeah, Danny kind of like throws his arm down. Shit, I didn't even think of that. Damn it, I would have tried to follow him, I knew. Well,
you
no,
were
we
you were
couldn't-
on the
we're-
clock, man. But at least now we know. it might not be a bad idea to give Tristan a heads up if there's hunters in his circus and there's someone luring them in. Then,
I also
especially
did
someone using the face of one of his new employees.
I also did see someone who was trying mighty hard to hide his face, or their face, I don't even know. They just came to the shooting gallery, unloaded a clip. They got 3 bullseyes and then they left. They were just wearing a cloak. It's kind of weird.
Didn't even get their price.
No, they just took the shots and then walked away.
What a waste.
They just
I don't know if that's the important part we should take away from that,
took
bud.
3 perfect shots, and then walked away without even taking a prize.
Yeah, didn't say a word.
Who would do that?
That sounds that kind of thing sounds like a threat to me.
Definitely a power move for sure.
Oh,
I thought they were just showing off.
Didn't Tristan said if he catched us, getting a snack, we might be in trouble. If we have someone with the father's visage just going around snacking, that might get him in trouble, further than the one he's already in.
That would be a problem.
Well, we
So
better
maybe
talk.
letting
In trouble still, because we're...
Gabriel, you're...
Tristan know to keep an eye out wouldn't be a bad idea.
I agree with Patrick. It'd be a good idea to talk to him either way.
Gabe, I know it's been a year about. You wouldn't have happened to piss off anyone, like, powerful in that year, would you have?
Well, like I said earlier, my sire and I don't get along super well. She sort of kicked me out pretty quick after it came that I wasn't going to do her bidding exactly. So...
I'd call that a big yes?
Yeah, probably. I haven't heard from her since, but... could be she's trying to take me out or something.
Maybe, but why would the Sire go all the way to frame you? I mean, if anything, that would make her look bad, especially amongst the Ventru. They're supposed to keep you guys on a tight leash. Those blue bloods really care about their image.
Also, wouldn't it be really a roundabout way of getting you killed by just going through a circus in different states?
Yeah.
It's not like the circus has a...
Betting on a lot to know that you'd get here.
Yeah.
That's true. Could be someone orchestrating it further behind the scenes, maybe. I don't know. I gotta be honest. I'm not used to all the politicking that goes on in this little world.
On that we can agree.
Unfortunately, you're all gonna have to get used to it. The jihad waits for no kindred.
The best I can tell is we didn't get along. Madame Lorette, my sire, she, I'm a loose end for her maybe, or it looks bad that, I'm a child who didn't end up following, and now she wants to take care of that loose end. But this seems all too complicated for something as simple as that, like you were saying.
Old vampires don't like to do things simply.
True. Yeah. There's motive, at least.
I have a friend that's vested in the politics of our kind. If you can get me a name, I might be able to get some information.
Yeah.
Also, this is not something Patrick would think of because of Patrick's knowledge, but I do think maybe like some of the people that know how Camarilla works. Has Gabe been introduced? Like, had Gabe been formally introduced to the prince beforehand? Like, how many people would know that Gabe was already embraced? Because maybe this was just the sire trying to get like Gabe killed before he was introduced. As Gabe pointed, like a loose end.
Yeah, I don't think Gabe was officially like introduced. Like the sire brought him to the prince and said, "Hey, here's Gabe." The interview was Gabe's first meeting with the prince.
Okay, I think.
Okay.
Would it be safe to say that Jose kind of understands the hierarchy of the, or would that be like an etiquette role? I guess.
Definitely an etiquette roll. Intelligence plus.
Yeah, I do it, but it honestly makes no sense to me that Patrick would even have to, like, know this.
1 success.
One success. Some of the finer details may be lost on you, but you've been around long enough to understand the basics.
So I would understand the part that no child shall be reared in a prince's domain without their express permission, sort of thing.
Yes, and also a formal introduction is required.
Interesting. How did the prince take your formal introduction when she turned to you?
The prince or my sire?
Your sire would have had to introduce you to the prince and like the bishops and sheriff and all that when you were turned.
I can't say I remember that ever happening.
Wait. Are you telling me your sire sired you without the prince's permission?
I guess. I don't know how these things work, really.
Okay, fuck.
That is arguably one of the worst crimes someone can knowingly commit within the Camarilla.
Well, the more you know.
Yeah, the more you
What
fucking
does that
know,
make me? Does that
indeed.
make me a criminal?
really
Does that make me a
well.
victim?
He's gave a bastard.
Bit of column A, bit of column B. It depends on how happy the prince is with you. You didn't piss off the current prince, did you?
I mean, I don't think she thinks highly of me.
You piece of a current
I think
pissed
Jose's
you.
just gonna lock eyes with Danny. Like,
You piece of a current
homeboy's
priest, and I
dead.
cut.
Yeah, like
I
Danny.
cut in the interview.
Yeah, Dan like goes up and he like puts both his like hands on Gabe's shoulders, right, and like stares him dead in the eye. Okay. Let me spell this out for you, since you knew. The protocol for a child being sired without the prince's permission is for the sire to immediately be put to death along with the child. Now,
I don't like that.
we can hope that because of the change in power, the current prince doesn't know that you're illegitimate. Because that is the only thing that is keeping you alive right now.
Ironically, it's the only thing keeping your sire alive as well, which gives her reason to ruin your life. You are truly the loosest end that could exist in this scenario.
Oh, shit.
Well, we're having a good. What a nice post-work conversation we're having, huh? Patrick says draining his cup.
Okay.
Would the prince take kindly to just fasten up, or?
I give that a
Let me put it-
50-50. I give that a 50-50 at best, and probably actually not in your favor. That'd be generous.
Unfortunately, Prince Tabitha's a bit green running this city, and a lot of people don't like her, so from a political stance, this might be something that might
Be an example.
help her public image to the people she's looking to enhance her public
Impress.
image with.
That's true.
That being said, you are not without options.
Is there a way that I can make it so that she needs me to be alive?
Well, that's the first thing. If we are able to get her something better, then at that point, you might be able to haggle or at least be a bit closer in her pocket so she's less likely to burn you if it comes to it. There's the chance that a certain group of people could make sure that the other loose end in this scenario never sees the moonlight again.
Indeed.
Well,
you've kinda-
Would this be a bunching things mission?
You've kind of missed the boat on, there's the expression that two people can only keep a secret if one of them's dead. You may have missed the boat on that one, but only one of those people left is hostile to you.
True.
Plus, it's not like she's gonna be advertising why she wants you dead. There is a third possibility.
What's that?
Yes.
But it's complicated,
Well, let's hear it.
and I can't talk a lot about it.
I mean, can I get an
Silly to
idea?
mention it, I guess.
It is sort of my life, or well, my continued existence on the line. I feel like I have a right to know.
I'm just trying to think of the right way to put this, you know? So I work, how much do you know about all of the clans?
I mean, I picked up things here and there, but I keep a pretty low profile. So most of what I know is about my own clan.
Checks out. Well, I work with some people that are very good at making people disappear.
Oh, so you are a magician. I'm joking.
Get you a fresh start in a new city, that sort of thing.
I suppose that is a possibility.
Options on options on options. Once again, if I could get that name, I might be able to find something out.
Oh yeah, her name's Amelia Laurel. At least that's what I know her by. I don't know if that was a pseudonym. I can give you a description if you want as well, but I don't know.
Well, I think the name is enough. Name and clan. That should get us somewhere.
Look,
I appreciate what you're doing for me.
your best advantage right now is the simple fact that she can't tell the prince because it would implicate her too. That means your secret's safe, at least for now.
That is, unless someone wants her gone.
Whether it's her doing it or an outside player, well, we'll probably have to find that out.
This is fucked.
It's all fucked.
Yeah, no
it's always been fucked from the first day.
Nah, this is a new brand of fucked, though.
Yeah, I guess
you
it
could
is.
always run into the woods.
This is why I don't work with princes. They always make everything so goddamn complicated.